7.1.2 starts off with this word hence. Hence is very important in maths. It's very crucial that you know what that means. So to put it in layman's terms, hence means use your previous answer or use the previous question to help you with this question. So my eyes start looking up at the previous question when I see the word hence. So we're going to grab this formula that we used in the previous question, and we're going to use that somehow to help us with this. So now I want to kind of make this thing look like that thing so I can use it. So let's do that by taking this term over to that side. Okay, so now it's almost looking like this. I do see a small problem. The angles are not matching up. So I'm just going to swap the order of these two so they do match up. And bear in mind, the order of multiplication doesn't matter. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 3 is 12. So I can switch these without really changing anything. It's also good practice to have the bigger angle first so that you don't get a negative angle. So now that that switch has been made, we can see it's resembling this identity. So I'm going to change this side into this side by just saying 48 plus 15. And now I successfully dealt with that word hence by using my previous answer to help me with this question. Okay, so 48 plus 15 will give me 63. Now I'm going to start working on the general solution of this equation. So this over here, how I think about it is it kind of goes on the left. And then this angle over here forms your reference angle. And now I've got to find the quadrants where sine is positive. So let's get our little cast diagram and see which two quadrants those are. So sine is positive in quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. So I'm going to set up two general solutions. One of them is in quadrant 1 and the other one is in quadrant 2. So this angle over here goes on the left. And then in quadrant 1 you just use your reference angle on this side. And for quadrant 2, you have to say 180 minus my reference angle over here. And then because we are working with sine, we need to say plus K360 after each of these to form the general solutions. And then for each equation, I'll just solve for x. So let's focus on quadrant 1's general solution first. I'm going to take this 50 over. And then it turns into minus 50. 63 minus 50 is 13. And then lastly, I just need to get rid of this 2 in front of x. So I'm going to divide everything by 2, including this K360. So these 2's cancel with each other, leaving me with just x. 13 divided by 2 is 6.5. And 360 divided by 2 will just give me 180, and the k stays there. And then just to wrap up this general solution, we've got to do a semicolon with k as an element of integers over here. And then we're officially done with quadrant 1, so we're going to rinse and repeat that procedure for quadrant 2. 180 minus 63 is 117. And then I take this 50 over and it becomes minus 50. Okay, try your best to avoid doing mental maths. So just pop that in the calculator, press equals, and you get 67. And the last thing I need to do is get rid of this 2. So I'm going to divide all the terms by 2 here. And after I do that, I get my second general solution. Remember to slap on that k as an element of integers at the end there. And then we are officially done with this question. So let's see where our 4 marks are coming from. Okay, these are quite hard fought marks. The use of our compound angle identity gets us our first mark. both separate solutions get us our second mark, and then the third and fourth mark comes from each general formula.